On my end it looks a little bit laggy, but hey. Hey guys, doing another stream today. I've been doing a lot lately. Like, it's almost like I'm almost on a schedule. I know, I never do that. I just need to quickly find everything because of course I do. Of course I don't have everything ready. But at the same time, makes sense. Always gotta be ready to just jump in with things. So as you can see with the name, Immersive Railroading, Into the Cut, I think is what I named this one. So essentially, I am going to be, well, building a cut. I know last time I said I was looking at doing tunnels, but the big thing is, oop, you might hear me begin briefly. We'll see. Oh, there we are. Just gotta quickly do some things. Gotta just put down all my tags because I just realized it clears my tags every time I do this. So it makes it harder for people like you all to find this. I think I spelled renewed wrong. Oh boy. Man. I don't know. I think I thought of all the different words I could do. Aha! I just wanted to link. Copy link address. Save. Alrighty. Now, I would like it if I could actually watch it. No, it won't let me watch. It won't let me watch. I think this is working. I think. I have no promises, but I think. Everything is crashing. I'm gonna follow my own link. Everything is crashing. There we are. Yes. I'm trying to bring up a version of this so I can see the chat and everything, because YouTube's chat system isn't. Yeah. Anyway, technical difficulties. Isn't it wonderful? All right. So we're gonna just jump right in the game. I think it's still late morning. Here, I'm gonna do that so I can see me. Cause yes, that's what I want to do. I want to see me. Now we're gonna jump over into the game. Frames are definitely being dropped a little bit. I don't know what's going on. I'm guessing either I'm having this be bigger or something. So it may look a little laggy. Very sorry. I'm trying to fix it the best of my ability. There's only so much I can do. So last time we built this bridge as well as the bridge over there. Woo! This time we're going backwards all the way. We're actually going to head right into this area this way. So while I've not been on here streaming, I have actually been looking up various different ways to build and design a sheer, essentially, cliff that is going to be beside the tracks. Because one of the things that you'll find in many parts of the country, whichever country you're in, Germany, England, the US, all of them do this at one point or another. There will be these cutouts for railroads or roads or what have you whenever they don't want to build tunnels, because either it's too expensive to build a tunnel or it would just be cheaper in the long run to carve out the side of the hill and just move the dirt elsewhere. So essentially what we're going to be doing is going through here and essentially making this into kind of a, well, cutout. Now for some situations like this, it is going to mean we're going to lose some of the trees that are beside the track, which is kind of sad. I always hate losing foliage next to the rail line, because I think foliage is by far one of the most beautiful things to see when you're riding a train. Then again, I also grew up in West Virginia, where we literally had a train called the New River Train, which in the fall would essentially take you through, I believe it was St. Albans, it would take you through Charleston, and then through the New River Gorge in the fall season. So you got to see all these absolutely gorgeous trees in their full fall colors, just taking a nice ride through the woods. It was kind of freaking amazing. I sadly never got to do it myself. The closest I ever did is I went to a tourist railroad called Cass Scenic Railroad in the fall. Cass is a bit different than, say, this. Cass is a shade railroad. Now, what that means is their locomotives are a lot different compared to what you have seen in series like this. Shays have gears, multiple gears that run along the side of it that help it move up very, very steep inclines. Because if you know anything about physics and anything about friction, you know that the more up you go, the more resistance you're going to have, and the harder it is to go up. That's why airplanes have to tilt back so far and... Okay. Already we're starting to get this very interesting kind of like design here. Because you can see where essentially there's these kind of hillsides on either side of the track. And we're essentially going to do that all the way down this tunnel, because what I've realized from my tests when building tunnels is that tunnels tend to take up a lot of space, and not always will you be able to kind of have that space. So I'm saving any tunnel work for when we actually get to mountains of some sort. And instead we'll focus more on various things like beautification, maybe some redstone systems. I really have some ideas about a redstone based switch house. It's going to involve levers and lights, and it's going to involve a lot of repeaters. I'm talking a whole lot of repeaters. Like, damn. I also want to replace this next to the track because I think that it's nicer to have the grass along as you're going. I want your railroad to be functional as well as stylish. Got it? There we are. Just going to keep getting rid of some dirt. Now, I could do this the other way. There is another way to do this. It's a little bit faster, but the issue is it can also have issues. So, here's my other solution. Make sure this is all empty, empty, empty. I have set up my game so that when I build tracks, they can be floating. If you want to, you can do that yourselves, but it's going to require you going into a menu and selecting that you want to have floating tracks. This is good for if you're doing anything involving monorails or anything that's involving like bridges where you're going to have like spaced out pieces of wood and all that. Alright, so see? Easier that way, but at the same time, it's also something that not everyone's going to be able to do, and we're also going to need to replace all that rock now with track. Or not track, with dirt. So, it's kind of good, at the same time, it's going to help us speed things up a little bit so that we can get into the other nitty-gritties. Now, if you really want, what you could do, and I probably should have done this now thinking about it, do it backwards. Go from the top down. I didn't think about that until right now, and I'm now realizing that would have been a great idea. Ah, ice cream. There we are. And last but not least, so that we even it all out, there we go. Now, you kind of might wonder why I do it this way. We're essentially doing large groups of spaces. We're essentially taking this entire thing that used to be kind of like a weird tunnel and making it into this kind of divot for the track to set in. This kind of bed, if you will. Alright. Probably would have been easier to do from the top down if I had actually, like, I don't know, did any sort of research into how high this is going to go. This is what we call working on the fly. I didn't think about that. We're going to do this whole wand. Oops. Damn it. I can't remember the last thing we built. Okay. And I made a mistake. This is what you call an incredibly painful mess up. Because, yes, the track can also be kind of botched like this. Yes, just, we're going to call it as it is. This is a botch job. We have officially botched this up. So just going to do this, and there was a tree here. There isn't anymore. Yes. Alright, just going to do that. Just do this and this and this and cut that and cut that and cut that. Yes, so that looks fine. That looks natural. That looks absolutely natural. You saw nothing. Just gonna go like this and this and this and maybe do that and that and there and there and here, we're gonna extend this tree down so that I don't have to tear it down. Same for this one. Hey, trees, you know, I didn't mean to cut you down. Try to do one thing, get stuck doing another, you know? Alright. Since I botched that, let's try this again. Okay. And now we're going to do this. And here, and 1, and 2, and 3, and cut, and 1, and 2, and 3, and cut. There we are. We're getting into this lovely little, like, ditch technique here. Just gonna get rid of that tree there. We're just trimming trees, you know? We're trimming them. Absolutely trimming them. Alright, now it looks like we have a bit of something that should not be there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go like this, and this, and this. Come on. There we are. Nicely done. Let's get some daylight back in here. I forgot to set the do not change. I'd look it up, but the issue is my phone's right there. Gonna quickly check something. Cool. Okay. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna quickly look that up to see if there's a way to stop that. Because my mind is, like, breaking. Hey! Java 6.1. Okay. Copy. And paste. Okay. I did remember to turn that off. I did. Cool. Alright. I just realized there was a stream a while back that I did where essentially it where essentially there was a giant error on the screen the entire time. The reason for that is, well, turns out a program that I had put in the stream before no longer worked. Whoops. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do this here. As you can hear, it thinks that we're in a tunnel. The game hasn't realized it's not in a tunnel yet. Alright, just gonna go ahead and clean this up a bit more. There we are. Now, because of how weird this is, I'm going to go ahead and fill this in. I might get rid of that. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, as you can see, it already looks very different than compared to what we had before, but it also looks kind of much more natural. We just gotta replace all this here with grass, and it will slowly start working out. It's kind of just how it goes. And for situations like this, I say fill in. It won't kill you. But anyway, here we go. We're going to go down here. One. Two. Just gotta get rid of all these logs here so the leaves don't stay hanging. So now that will slowly deteriorate, becoming essentially sky. Now, one of the other things I had done is I had tried messing around with the idea of using like wood and stone and other materials as kind of like a retaining wall idea. And it works to a degree, but the issue that I had with it is it looks kind of messy. It works sometimes, but not all the time. Where this at least has a kind of a guarantee to look like it fits. It's definitely going to clear up the woods on the forest around the track, but it kind of can't be helped no matter how we go about this. Let's see, how much is left? I have those 2 bits there, and then we have all of that. So some of this we don't have to worry about too much. Around here we're probably going to have to do it again. Still some trees hanging in the sky here. Go ahead and get rid of those. And we're going to have to clean up these trees down here as well. The plan is to cross the stream here, and then I'm going to start curving the track that way. Essentially kind of moving to follow the stream some. The idea after that is kind of more free flow because I haven't explored this far this way, so I don't know where else we can go with it. I'm excited because, you know, it's kind of nice to just go with the flow, but sometimes you need to get a little bit of a plan. And while we've been going pretty free flow up to now, kind of working on different ideas and kind of seeing how it goes, I do think that the closer we're going to get to this river, the more we're going to have to start doing that. Also, this is a bit deep. This actually might need a tunnel, so I will have to design a tunnel for this section, which is okay. I'll probably actually extend the dirt here a bit more because of this is so deep up here, so that it covers that, or not. It may not. I don't know, but let's do it here. Let's start the tunnel here. We're gonna have the portal here. Okay. Now, a tunnel portal is the entrance. It's where you go in, either on one side or the other. When you enter the tunnel, you're entering through its portal. Much like in Portal, the game, the idea is you go inside one side, you come out the other. Doesn't matter if they're blue and orange, they're still portals. I like this tree, so I'm going to replant it, but yeah, we can't keep that one. So we're going to make something here that essentially is going to blend in. Not blend in. Stand out? I'm thinking of doing a small brick one. I was thinking about maybe doing my stone tunnel, but I don't like that design as much. The brick one will fit... Not the brick one. Well, yes, the brick one. Oh god, I call them both brick, even though only one of them's the brick block. Ugh. Sorry. Anyway. Just gonna go ahead and get rid of this because this tree's now gone. I'm gonna start manually chopping up some of the ones up here. Just because that's gonna be easier for those sections, but 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Alright, just gonna start up here. Boom. Just need to clean this up with some grass on either side. And yeah, we're going to have this nice kind of like grassy slopes, which you can find anywhere around the world that has a railroad, quite honestly. In some areas of the world, it's definitely going to be a lot more dramatic. I know that I've seen plenty of videos of railroads in India where it's essentially dirt and pretty much a sheer rock wall. That's all that you have there. I know I've seen a few of those from Australia as well, and some from America, usually Colorado. But this type of forest looks more northeast, so we're going with more West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Kentucky. I think after this I'm going to start working on the main line a bit more. So future episodes will probably be dealing more with the issues and challenges of building two tracks next to each other. That's an entirely bizarre thing, is trying to build two tracks next to each other, because you're doing a whole lot of math and trying to design things for not one now, but two tracks. Alright. Let's see. Yeah. Already, that's looking so much better. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to build a small, well, tunnel. There we are. Just gonna cover it in grass now. And there we are. Fiddly diddly. Wonderful. Wrist suddenly itched. Let's see if I can reload this quickly. Weird. Okay. So I'm learning that YouTube does not like this. I am using a program called Restream.io right now. The idea is that this program would allow me, if I had YouTube, Twitch, and all those other platforms, to go live all at once across them. The issue is, it doesn't seem that... It seems like YouTube's most recent update was specifically made to fuck that program over. I know I probably shouldn't be cussing like that, but, you know, I don't know how to describe it. And anyway, these videos are rated for adults only. Well, not rated for adults only. They're rated for a mature audience, so... Kiddies, you're not supposed to be here. I mean, you can, because I know the game, but you really shouldn't. I'm not a... I'm only child-friendly to a degree. But still. The most recent update seems to have been made specifically to kind of hurt this program and this website, whose essential ability is to help people extend their audience and essentially reach more people. Because if you want to be a streamer, that's the thing you need to do to begin with, is you need to reach people. And I'm not Ninja. I can't just, like, abandon an entire platform because someone's paying me. Because here's the thing. Nobody's paying me. Not a damn person's paying me. I wish they were. This would be kind of a fun job, but they're not. So instead, I have to do this on my own. So essentially, I want to be able to stream to all these different places, which is why I'm using it, which is why when it came back up as an option to use it, I jumped at it. Because I am working on a rebranding for YouTube, and I'm trying to also set up that rebranding for my Twitch in the future. And then I'll get to know exactly how many hours I stream when I stream. It's a lot, trust me. Okay. Ah, there was still a limb left. That's why it's hanging up there. Okay. Now we're going to come back here. I do want to fill this in. I wasn't going to, but the more I see it, the more it's starting to bother me. There we are, just gonna fill this in. Nice. Except for that. And that. And now. There, we have a cut. A large cut that goes all the way down to the tunnel. Now, it's not going to be a large tunnel, so don't expect anything really fancy. I'm just going to do a small one. We're going to be using stone slabs, brick stone, and where is it? I just need the brick. There it is. Okay. Now here's the issue. How high did it need to be again? Alright, well, I don't remember off the top of my head, so... just gonna bring up the auto rack. There we are. I was 2 blocks away. Thank you, Autorack. I mostly use the auto rack just for situations like this where I'm trying to figure out a size. It kind of helps me figure out what exactly I'm able to do. Alright. And this is why I kind of don't do a lot of tunnels. Okay, just need to double check. I'm pretty sure that's going to fit the car, but ooh, just off a bit. Yep, we're gonna do that and that. So that can stay. That should fit it now. There we go. I remember there was something like that in the tests. It's been a day or two since I did these. All right. Now, because of how tight this is, also for inside tunnels, I always say replace all the rock with gravel. Just is going to make everything so much easier in the long run. We really don't have to worry about this one here on the right. I don't know why I was doing that. That's a mistake on my side. On my part, I shouldn't have been doing that. Anyway. Remember the trick from last time? Just go in here, go the gravel, and voila. Instant filled gravel. Of course, you're going to have situations like this where it needs a bit more, but, you know. There we are. Now, here comes the hard part. The tunnel. So I always say kind of make sure to build at least the walls first. If you need to extend anything, you can do it after you build the walls. Now I'm wondering if it's going to be deep enough, because I'm just realizing how high this had to go. The issue is if I did build a cut here, it would be such a deep cut. It would look really weird. So in the end, the tunnel is always going to be the better bet for this section. And if need be, we can fill it in with dirt over the top as we go along. Just gonna clear this all up. You know how it is. Just sometimes you gotta clear up your mess and just, you know, get things ready. Just get it ready. There we are. Now, I'm also going to be showing off very quickly, once again, why this builder's mod tool is like my favorite mother trucking thing. Because I can just take it right now and do this. Yep, there we are. And instead of one by one doing this, I can just ta-da! And now, just go like this. Oops. I messed up that. See? Just takes a few minutes. You just gotta tidy it up, make it look nice. That probably shouldn't have happened, but okay. And then we'll clean up the top actually after this. Show you all what it looks like. As you can see, it's very dark inside the tunnel. That's kind of expected. And then, interesting, it didn't take this block. That's okay, we just do that, and then we're gonna just build this now, which is essentially a half block along the top to kind of give that full curved look. See, a tunnel. To kind of help the portal blend in a bit more, because as you can tell, we've had to chop off quite a bit of this hill here. I also am going to extend this up one more block. Because the idea is that the top of it is supposed to... Hi. Alright, normally I don't try and make trees, but... that one we can do. There we are. Yeah. As you can see, it was pretty much already at the height. Boom. Cool. Now the question for this side is, do we make a portal of it here, or do we leave it? I kind of almost think that it has a portal here. Just going to do some quick tuning here. There we are. Go ahead and get rid of this. Remove the gravel. Gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna actually use one of the ideas that I had, but I hadn't actually tested out. Okay. There we are. I feel like kind of Bob Ross sometimes when I'm working on these because I feel like when you're watching this, it's just, and now we're just going to paint the pretty little trees. Just paint the pretty little trees, and it doesn't matter how they look. Just do them however you want. Trees are not limited to what you see. And voila, we have a painting. Yeah, no, that's... Cool. And I'm actually going to go and fill this up, even though this is all water. Yeah, I'm going to finish that off. I'm going to finish that off. Goodbye, water. You were pretty while you were there. I'm not essentially going to drain that. That's just horrible. But I am going to use this. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Uh-huh. Just gonna quickly do this. Alright, and now I should just be able to do this and clean up those little dirty edges there. Clean up these dirty edges here. And last but not least, boom. Boom. There's our portal. Now, one of the things that I was testing out in the other version is something that you'd usually find in much longer tunnels. I'm going to put it in here just because I think it would look kind of neat right about here. This was actually something that was built into a lot of real rail tunnels, because the idea was you're in a very dangerous situation being in these tunnels. There we are. This is a bit larger than what they normally would be. But as you can see, this is little cubby here. I'm actually going to raise it up one more. I think 3 high is a much better cubby. There we are. It's a bit higher. Just going to change out the ground around it. Make this fit the gravel that is everywhere else. And then we'll build one over here on this side. One, two, three, and then 4th is the ceiling. Essentially, the idea behind these was just trains coming down the line. You need a place to quickly jump in to escape. That's why these were made. It was a protection feature. You don't really need that for this tunnel, but I kind of like the look of them, and also it could add a little bit of creepiness to it. Because now when you're outside, you just have those 2 little gaps inside. There's 2 little gaps there that are just kind of there off to the side that your train will pass flying by. And yeah, that's pretty much that is embankments. No, sorry, not embankments. That is cutouts, and that is tunnels. Let's go ahead and take our train through there. I believe our track's far enough for me to take the train back. How far does this go? Yeah, we should be able to. Should be able to. I'm gonna clean up this bar here so I can have my hands free. Love that whistle. Gonna go ahead and pull that down, pull this back. I think we have enough in there. Yeah, oh my. I'm running low on coal. Quickly. Need to just grab some, because what will we ever do? Actually, what happens if you run out of coal, the fire will go out, and then it will, slowly but surely, the steam pressure will go down if you're using it up. If you aren't, it will still go down, but much slower than if you were using it. There we are. Just gonna put these in here. If you do the opposite and you run out of water, hopefully you aren't nearby. To put it gently, it's like a mini nuke. It has a big blast radius. I've learned a lot about these types of situations, and what happens when a steam locomotive blows up. It pretty much almost wiped a town off the map in West Virginia once. All right. Let's pick up the speed a bit. I've been really thinking about maybe doing some recorded videos of this, so I can show you like cammed shots of the train running by and stuff, but that requires time and effort that I don't always have. In fact, this entire stream was decided last night, yesterday, after I did a bunch of tests with the tunnels, and just kind of went ahead and did it. I'm not even wearing a train shirt today. Today I'm wearing a Coney Island cycling shirt. Big coaster fan. You know that if you look through any of my other videos. I did a whole bunch of videos on Planet Coaster. The amount of time I've spent in that game. Oh dear goodness. Alright, just gonna add some more steam to there. Okay. Here we go. Into the tunnel. Oh, that's so cool. I've never done that before. I also have another mod that's on called Sound Filters that essentially adds reverb to when you're in caves and tunnels like that. That was stupid how cool that was. I think our train is back. Oh, we were getting close. Like, oh, that's close to the end of the track. Alright. Oh, that was too much fun. That was just too much fun. That's not fair. Okay. I need to essentially finish these sometime off screen, and we'll essentially, next time I'm back in this section of the railroad, we'll be starting with the bridge back here. I'm going to show you a different design for a bridge for crossing here. And then I'm going to show you, once again, how painful it is to build curves. God, okay. I'm gonna try something. We're gonna see if the game will allow me to do this. I'm gonna pull back a little bit more. Okay. I'm mentally visualizing in the back of my mind where we are backing up. Stop. Dangerously close. Okay. Now we're going to go forward, and I'm going to jump out, and we're going to catch it coming out of the tunnel. Okay. Is this gonna look the way I think it is? That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I was hoping for it to be a bit faster, but kind of cool. I wish the smoke looked more like smoke, but it's the shader that's doing that. The Immersive Railroading has a custom shader made for the smoke, and because of that, other shaders don't always know how to deal with that type of information. This one makes it kind of like a unique, still kind of like smoke, but gives it kind of more of a cartoonish look almost. Gonna go do this again. But we're gonna watch it cross our bridge. And then we're going to finish. I should probably go stop that. Hi, locomotive. Oh god. Close. Whew. That was that's a bit close. Huh. When I have more track, that won't be as much of an issue, but right now I don't. So one of the things I do want to quickly do before we jump into essentially making the track is I have started working on a new design for a bridge over here. The every other dot I think is going to work out well, but I don't know exactly. So we're going to see, I'm going to do some more tests with that design for that type of bridge before we do anything. Alright, now. Alright, this is back when I was still using default track. I've already changed it all. So we're going to quickly change this. I'm going to quickly change all this over to this new track. Well, what I can. We probably won't change that over yet. Because A, that's a headache and a half, because that switch took me very long. I'm going to put it that way. It took me very long to get that switch put back into place. Okay. Oh no. There we are. That was a risky bet. That was a risky bet. I don't think this, I think this might be all part of that, so I'm just going to leave that for now. But, as you can see, I kind of like how this looks a lot better. It looks a lot more like Minecraft. I mean, I don't hate these tracks, I just don't think they look as Minecraft as these do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to go ahead and change this to 7. Back to 10. And we actually have to go... so far to get back around. That's the one issue, is when you start getting custom track, there's so much. I kind of wish there was a way to, like, sort this by original, this pack, this pack, this pack. It just... This GUI needs an update, I think. I feel like they can also be done for a few other things, is the GUI could receive an update to any time a train car pack is added. It has its own pack section on the header, but that would require a few other things if my estimations are to be correct. It's wood. We want logs. There we are. Just going to change the bed fill under here and change it to oak. Now, I still don't know where I want this to go. Right now I'm tempted to just keep it going straight, because main lines tend to be like the interstate. There are tracks that have I have two sides, one for going north, south, east, west. Essentially one going one direction, the other going the other direction. And it depends on what country you're in, which is set for which. If I knew where there was another town in the game, I'd probably set up to go there. I also have right now, for this, large biomes are turned on, which essentially means that whenever it's a situation... Oh, no. I just realized what this is going to mean. I'm going to have to, when this curve starts, change this out. First off, we're going to back the locomotive up, because if I'm going to work out on this at all, I kind of don't want to have the train possibly on it. Essentially, I think it's here or so. We're going to have to build, like, actually an embankment, like over there, to have, like, the dirt and everything there. Because the issue is the way the track is made, I can't do a halvesy. Now here's one of the things I don't remember. I don't remember how big this curve is. So that's an issue. It's a good one to start with. Normally embankments are more kind of they're more supposed to slope, but the issue is I have another bridge that's going to be right beside this. I can't do that. Because, yeah, there's this bridge here now, which means I can't do that. Alright. Quickly gonna move over here so you can just see my beautiful face as I scratch my armpit. Interesting. So I haven't been able to see messages until at this moment, because YouTube is messing up on this. So I haven't been able to see messages. I just realized there was a message put in the chat, but it says message retracted. Wonderful. Okay. I'm just going to have to close this down because that's not showing me anything. And I will just stare at this because I can see messages this way. Take that, YouTube. Take that. Mwah. Alright. Oh, it started to rain. We walk away and it starts to rain. Wonderful. Alright. I think this was that, and I think I said 50. We're going to place a blueprint to make sure. A blueprint is essentially just a fake version. try that. There we go. Dirt. Essentially, it's a hologram. It's supposed to just be see-through, but because of the shaders, once again, it doesn't show up like that. Vertical smoothing. I don't know what that is. Cool. There we are. And normally what I do is when they are in line like this, 1, 2, I say give them a 2-block space. Because then it gives it a little bit of a gap for the curves, so the trains aren't hitting each other. I got invited to an Xbox party. I will not be joining that at the moment. I am still technically live, but it's literally like a block. I don't know. Fudge, I thought there was more space here. This will be a good time to test it out with something long. Okay. The answer is no. No, that's too close. Guess we need to go 3. Really? Oh, that's really close. That's like extremely close. Looks like we have to go 4 blocks. There has to be like a 4-block gap. That was so close. Oh. Alright, let's see how it looks now. Let's put a diner down. Well, at least I put down the track, but I deleted it in the haste. By the way, since we're here, look at this lovely kitchenette. We have this stove here. You got a major stove over there. You got grass growing in. I don't know why. This is the kitchen, and here's the dining car. This is where you can eat. Used to be sometimes it would block the rain from coming in when you're in these cars, but I think recent graphical glitches and otherwise can kind of explain that. Issue. I heard it connect, but I don't know what to connect it to. That actually has me nervous as well. Alright. Now we're in an observation car. I probably should put these tracks more split up. Oh, that's so close. That's really close. Yes, they are phasing through each other, but it does look like, essentially... It does look kind of like it can make the curve now. Without hitting each other. By the way, that's how big the model is. In Steve's hand. I don't think it needs to be that big, guys. I don't think it needs to be. Even this looks like a rocket launcher. I'm holding a rocket launcher. Boom. Pullman for the days. Anyway. You could have like a small thing that just gets in the head. You could have a small thing. You don't need to have boom boom. It's like when you go in for plastic surgery. You don't need dodo. You need like dodo. You don't need dodo. You need just like a few inches. I mean, if you don't need dodo, you have interesting taste. I won't judge, but I just will say interesting taste. Anyway. Just gonna wait the 5 years it takes me to get back to straight. Sorry, wait, what? Oh, we're only the jungle? Ta-da! No. 3. Is it 3? No, 4. Ta-da! If I keep doing this music, we're actually going to probably get it in the game somehow. Ta-da! 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 Alright, that's going to be a 2. No, that's a 1. We're just going to go over here. We do a 1. And then we do a 1. Ta-da! Everything lines up. If you don't actually line up the track in the same way of building, sometimes we get these weird little gaps, but they're not too bad. They can kind of look nice every once in a while in the track. Interesting note. Left is default, right is the mod that I have in. I kind of like the track on the right more than the left. The right more than the left. Alright. So... there we are. Bada bing. There we are. I might want to put a support under this one, the left track, but it's not that much farther than the right, so I kind of like it. Kind of works out. But going to quickly kind of... I don't need to do it that way. I think I don't have the water ability turned on because there is an ability on the builder's one to be able to just build underwater, but I don't have that turned on for this at the moment. Speaking of building, I need to rule the world. Sorry, wrong thing. Now I gotta do it manually. There we are. So essentially this is going to be the hardest part, I think, of this mod sometimes, is the idea of building what is essentially a main line. The promise of double-tracked trains going by each other. I also really want to look into, there is a mod out there called the computer mod that allows you to automate some things in the games, like automate vehicles or automate. Why ought I learn how to talk? Automate various different processes of Minecraft. Like I have a mod installed that allows me to, if I wanted to, have a quarry built up, and the game would just mine in that quarry until it ran out of resources to mine. And yeah, there are things. Oof. Quickly doing this to level it out before I bring over alright, now let's bring over the concrete. Which how we do that is we just go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, and now we do this 1 and 2, delete these, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Ah, goodness gracious. There we are. Just gonna go ahead and do that. And kind of hoping for a little bit more room in the waterway here, but looks like that's not gonna happen. Also need to figure out where this curve ends. Already you can see that this is taking up major amounts of space. Like, Minecraft worlds were not made for this big of a structure. Okay, so it's on this level. crossing turn. Nope, I need a turn. I think we said 60. And we're going to lock it going right. No. No, not even close. Not even close. Good news is this one will match up. The 45, I think, matches up perfectly fine. It's only the... Did you have that turned off, right? No. Turned it off. I think it's only the 22 and some of the other ones that don't match up. Now the reason I'm doing such large turns is because they haven't fully simulated the amount the bending correctly, so it looks a little weird when trains go around curves. So I'm trying to save myself a lot of like, ew, that looks gross with this. Okay. Bad news for me, it looks like it's backup lock, so I gotta break some grass. Ugh. Make sure this lines up. Oh no! I'm still off by a block. Alright. I think this is about where I'm going to have to end. I have a feeling that I have been getting close to my time. Oh, I've only been streaming for 86 minutes, so not that bad, but still. Let's pull back. Let's try this. Ooh, that looks like it could be it. Alright, we're how many blocks up? 1, 2, 3. Okay, sink that down 3 blocks and we'll see how it looks. 1, 2, 3. So here's the thing, I can make it fit, but the issue is I'm gonna have to do that one piece of track thing again. Okay, do it. Do it. So what's gonna happen is I now need to like doesn't work like I thought it did. That's sad. I'll have to go to the other end, do pixelated lock, push it forward. I enjoy this mod, but there are some things that I definitely wish bad luck upon their mother's grave. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's okay, I don't actually do that. That's a mean thing to do. But man, is it hard not to be like, come on. There it is. If I can go a pixel, maybe a pixel forward. Ah, nope. I need to go to smooth locked. So I need to split the difference. Alright, I split the difference. What did it get me? It got me the wrong direction. Did that do it? Did that at least finally do it? It did. Oh, I can't even tell. Right there. There's a slight nidge, but that's not enough for me to do this all over again. Alright. Now here's my question to myself. That section of the track is really freaking close. Like... Oof, we're breathing on each other. Do I want to put another block between the track? Because what I could do is I could essentially... That's the one block between the track right now. I kind of want to do two. Just because it gives me that extra breadth as well as saves me some space. Alright. So just going to make sure this still works. The idea is we're going to go 60 degrees, 45, okay, I don't know what that's going to do, so we're going to leave that on. Fixed. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That should, if my math is correct, fudge. I have a thought. Okay. Pull it back a little bit. Because now that I've went up a block, it might allow me to do it like this. Fighting with the game. I think if I go back another block, it's going to do the same. Okay. It might work. I might be able to get this. All I want to do is make sure that I can at least connect them. Hallelujah. Alright. Gotta go ahead and get rid of the place blueprint. And I just gotta fix that up. Yep, just gotta fix that up. It's a tiny bit of a push forward, but my hair is getting into my nose and it's making me itch. Okay. Ah, goodness me. Let's see, that should have done it. No, I was too far. Okay. Is it the other way, maybe? Nope, nope, nope. Just barely. Yes. Thank you, Pan. All right. Now that's taken care of. Finally. I'm gonna go ahead and do this to get rid of everything that was in the middle. And I'm gonna try something. I've not done this before. It might work. It might not. We're going to go like this, up a block. We're going to do fixed. Now, if my estimation is correct, that essentially gave us a bit of a gap between the side of the track and the train. So, only one thing left to do other than fix up all this grass along here, as well as make this a cutout. Drive the train. Bring it over here. Make sure this all works out. And yeah. I've essentially shown two ways to make cutouts today. We've talked about tunnels. We've worked a little bit on an embankment, mostly one that's a bit more rigid and held up, as well as start translating some of the default track that we put in early on to this new track that I have. I think we went longer than I normally do, so apologize. I just realized how much more I think we normally went. It's also 6 o'clock. Oh my goodness. This is so weird. Okay. I'm going to come over to the other side here to make sure we don't go flying off the track. Good news is we are going around the curve, which is something you always want to make sure of when you're building like this. Because sometimes those pieces don't like to connect up. There we are. It's actually sitting right there on the edge. It's like the two pieces are one half of the boxcar is going one way, the other half is going the other way. There definitely seems to be enough space along the edge here. Pretty much now the main goal is going to be cleaning this up. For a situation like this, I always say, I don't usually have these situations. This is like, that's a sentence that does not make sense. I always say during these situations. No, I was just thinking out loud. There we are. That's a bit more true. Essentially, as soon as you're sure that everything is correct, that you are no longer in need of the train there for guidance, you can always take it out, but do try and very quickly start getting things like this done. Good thing I vaguely remember what I did. So yeah, this is what you don't want to do. Because yeah, it recognizes that the track is technically connected, but because it is so weird, it will glitch out and do that. And do me a favor, don't do what I just did. Don't accidentally delete the track. Okay, did this fix it? I did it again. Cool. I'm actually making the gap worse. I'm actually somehow making this worse. How I'm doing that, I don't understand. There. Also make sure you're not accidentally deleting the track. That also would probably be a really good idea. Just throwing that out there. There we go, there we go. Okay, where was I? There we are. And then we have this lovely curve now. This lovely curve with all this rock. Alright, so this is pretty much where I'm going to probably end it for now. Thank you all for watching, those of you who have. For those of you who are watching in the future, thank you. I've noticed that there seems to be like a trickle of people that come and watch these afterwards. And that's kind of cool. I'm glad that I can have content here for people to watch, even if they aren't here. It's kind of cool. I'm looking at doing more recorded videos again. This channel used to have a lot of that, but I kind of stopped doing that for a bit. But I'm looking at potentially coming back. Then again, we'll see how that goes. I'm currently looking at... Well, thank you, Matthew. It is currently... My life is in an interesting place where I am like on the edge of potentially getting another day job again. So I might be doing this a little less often, but it's definitely been kind of fun to, if you will, play around with trains again. I might be doing another stream soon. I don't know if I'm going to be coming back to Immersive Railroading very soon, though. I might be taking a small break from it, and the next time you see a stream here, it might actually be another train mod that I'll be looking at. Kind of going to let Immersive Railroading kind of sit for a little bit and kind of work a little bit on it behind the scenes, so that we're not constantly doing things like this during the videos. I'm just going to quickly finish this up. I need to remember how to turn that setting on, because if I do that setting with the builder's wand, it will allow me to essentially very quickly, essentially just like you would above water, build below water. I used it when building a harbor in the last time I played with this. I built a small harbor, and the underwater feature really helped me kind of build down and dig that all out. So as you can see, we have a small S-bend curve here. We're slowly changing up the track. We have these cutouts that has definitely kind of helped shape the area a bit more. And then you have all those gorgeous graphics. Yeah, I don't know when we'll be back to this, but when we are, I'm sure I'll have a lot to show you. So I'm just going to take my locomotive and we're going to kind of take it back to where we started. Whoops. There is wheel slip as well, so if you move too fast, your wheels will slip and you'll lose traction. Oh, wait. Nah, we'll leave that for next time. I'll show you guys something very different next time. We might start building up a station, as well as maybe I'll start jumping into a different train for the episode. But that's till next time. Alright guys, as our train goes rolling off back to the yard where it came from, we're going to be switching back over one last time to here. Seriously guys, I'm so kind of happy to be able to show you everything I've been able to show you. Can't wait to kind of show you more, as well as a bit more about my the way I build and stuff. So, till next time, this is this YouTube channel. New name incoming someday, as well as advertising and all that. Till then, I'm going to sign off.